kick-off. Mr. Leo Horn, Holland, one of the greatest referees in the world, in charge of this match, just as he was in charge of the game at Hampden last year. Away comes Baxter, Scotland. Out to Lawn, it's Scotland first on the attack. Trying to slip that ball through to White, but it's more for England. England with 3 new caps in the team. The goalkeeper Banks, the left back Byrne, and the inside left Melia. Free kick to Scotland. Out with Douglas now. All England forwards up, Greaves moving down the middle. Lovely footwork by Douglas. Smith had started to move inside, so the momentum checked for a moment. Smith getting it across. There's Greaves, and neatly taken by his club colleague, but opponent for today, Brown. Norman deciding to come up, help his forward. Now Melia in the game for the first time. The man has been picked as the schemer for England through the Greaves. Now to Charlton, and it's England's turn to put pressure on. And neatly stopped by Brown for a corner. Back in the Scottish team after 2 years out of it. Trying to find St John. Norman on the scene quickly, but now it's with Henderson. And here comes Scotland once again. And, oh, Mr. No goal by Moore. Well, Banks might not have a more difficult save to make all afternoon. Smith taking that ball beautifully, but spinning badly for him. And both Smith and Caldow could be hurt. They're both rolling in agony. Mr. Horn allowing play to go on, but both Smith and Caldow look badly hurt. Now it's Wilson. And St John beaten by Melia, and the crowd whistling, wanting the game to be stopped, and I think Banks is going to boot this into touch. Smith is being helped off. Unfortunately being booed. Nothing to do with Bobby Smith, it's a pure accident.
Henderson now with Law on the right, backing up, pointing into the centre. Henderson needs to beat his man, which he does. Henderson gets it across. St John, nobody there. Almost a chance for Baxter, but I think he just felt he couldn't reach it, but he does get possession. It could still be dangerous. Baxter for Scotland. There's a goal! 29 minutes gone, and 30,000 Scots go mad. Left half Baxter got 2 chances at it. Magnificent left foot crusher into the back of the net.
Thighs. Davy Wilson going to see is all right. Now Law, can Law turn quickly and get through the England defence? St John there trying to be a decoy. Back with Mackay. And Mackay now, the second attempt getting it to Henderson. Oh, a lovely body swerve by Henderson. A penalty. Penalty, yes, given away by Flowers. No doubt about it. 31 minutes gone. Not counting, of course, the time which will have to be added on for injuries. Penalty to Scotland. And it looks as if Baxter's going to take it. So, stern test in his first international for Gordon Banks of Leicester City to have to face a penalty kick taken by Jim Baxter, who scored Scotland's first goal, and he scored their second. Two goals to nil, Scotland lead. Bill Brown having a word with Bobby Smith, who's his clubmate, and now it's right through. Is it going to be number 3? A great save, a desperate save by Banks. And Hamilton making a bad mistake. So it's out with Charlton. Now Smith, well, can he get a shot in? And it's Wilson who's laid out now at the expense of a corner, but he's getting on his feet. Way across to Moore. Now Charlton, Moore following up. Smith, of course, completely unmarked. That's a glorious pass from Smith to Douglas. No nuisance value about that. Playing well, and Greaves slipping beautifully. And a lovely save by Brown. But I think Mr. Horn, yes, he's given the free kick against Greaves. Free kick to Scotland. coming up for the 3rd minute of extra time now. Scotland leading 2-0. Baxter to Law. And of course, very difficult to get in to challenge Law, but the only way to do it, move quickly to the interception as the whistle goes for half-time. It's England who stopped the second half, 2-0 down, but Bobby Smith has come out for the second half. And Scotland, of course, still down to 10 men, as they will be, of course, throughout the whole of the game. And now here's Smith. Smith moving home better than one would expect, and Greaves slipping the oar for once, but Law coming back to help the Scottish defence. And out goes Banks. Well, he did well to hold the ball that long. Now, Charlton. Charlton up to Greaves. Melia moving on the left wing, and up pounds Flowers. Back to Greaves. 1-2, created a bit of space for Greaves. And Mackay now, bad bounce for Scotland, going out to Charlton, but Ure comes on the scene. White keeping it in, giving it to Henderson. Flowers having to chase back now. And Byrne left sprawling. Now it's St John. Oh, and Henderson had stopped moving forward. That's Armfield for England. Moore. And in moves Douglas, and he's wide. Fine effort by Douglas to beat Ure in the air. Law looking down on the English, but just walking through it at times. Now it's St John. Law darting down the middle, more there with him to try and cover, and it's too far for him, I think, and it's corner. Oh, and Banks, a bad mistake. Law, and Law must get the 3rd. He's going, and what a scramble, and eventually Banks, luck really on his side that time. A bad mistake he made. Now, this is where the Scots are wanting. They've only 3 men back. Baxter trying to chase back as Charlton comes through. Douglas to Charlton, and Mackay, Greaves, and Brown, the lucky man, and it's Wilson who gets it clear. And Wilson's kicked his own goalkeeper, but Smith, England, trying to find Douglas, and Ure's missed that one. It's a bad mistake by Ure. It should be number 1, and it is. "34 minutes of the second half gone, and Douglas has made it a goal for England. 2-1 down they are now. St John going to go off the field, or isn't he? Yes, St John is going off. So Scotland only leading now 2-1, and they've only got 9 men on the field. This really is England's chance. 10 minutes left for play. Bad mistake by the usually safe Ian Ure, giving England their goal. Here come England again. It's Charlton across to Smith. Well, it was Smith's pass that led to England's goal. And Wilson stopped another pile driver. And St John back on the field now. Here he is. So Scotland back to 10 men. Back with Law. Oh, a lovely dummy. Law to St John to White. Oh, St John might have overdone it, but he's got the rebound. Now finding Baxter, and Flowers deciding he's going to come into challenge, not allow the Scots to pull it down to walking pace and just keep possession as they have been doing, almost without any challenge from England. Hamilton to Mackay. Is Hamilton trying to get it through to Law? No success, and it's a goal kick. It's now there are just seconds to go. So this match looks as if it's been won by Scotland, and deservedly so. It's all over. Scotland, deservedly, the 10 men of Scotland, the 10 gallant men, have beaten England 2-1. And how well they deserve that great victory. victory of which all Scots can be proud, and onto the field come the Scottish supporters, brushing the police aside rather, as Scotland have brushed England aside in this match.